Bars, 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 bars.
Live from the Windy C Radio studio in the shops at Iverson. This is the Balancing Act Radio Show, hosted by AJ Throwback, only on WindyCRadio.com, the Windy C Radio app, Facebook Live and YouTube Live on the Windy C Radio pages, and of course, it's all powered by GoWin.media.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, kings and queens, princes and princesses. Welcome to another edition of Bars, the official hump day motivation for the DMV and beyond. I am your host, as always, AJ Throwback. Great to be here with y'all on this pretty beautiful Wednesday morning, leading into afternoon. Mix of cloud and suns today. I mean, sun, like this morning. Well, y'all gotta excuse me. I'm a little fatigued and you know what I mean. Past couple of days, the average sleep time that I've been getting has been probably somewhere around 3 hours. It's been a lot going on. A lot of events preparing for, and also, of course, preparing for today's show. So there's a dedication that goes into doing the show each and every week, especially on a week like this. My homie M. Dot, he was supposed to be here today. He had a personal matter that he had to tend to, and I just want to send a shout out to my brother. God is with you, my brother, and everything is going to be well because God says it will be well because it's according to his will. But, you know, I got to shout out my brother M. Dot. And hopefully he'll be able to be here next week. But anyway, yeah. But that almost knocked me down. Man, let me tell you, I was so tired when I woke up this morning. I wanted to go right back to sleep. I had probably a good 2.5 hours of sleep last night. But my dedication to you all to make sure that I provide the best content, still keep the energy no matter what, because you all motivate me. You know, this is the official hump day motivation for the DMV and beyond, but you all motivate me to come in every single Wednesday and bring y'all my absolute best. So I appreciate y'all, love each and every one of you for tuning in on WindyCRadio.com, the Windy C Radio app, and we are live on Facebook Live right now. So if you love watching, definitely make sure that you tune in. I see the missus is watching. I see you, baby. I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody that's been spreading the word already before we even came up. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate each and every last one of you. I see you, Beth. She's at work, but she'll watch as much as she can. I appreciate you for watching, tuning in. I see Neen. What's going on, family? You know what I'm saying? I see you, baby. I see you, baby. Yes, you know, I try to work as hard as I possibly can. Mrs. chiming in on Facebook Live. But anyway, y'all already know what this show is about. We will be celebrating the life and the legacy of the late, great Aretha Franklin, who unfortunately passed away last Thursday at the age of 76 from pancreatic cancer, which is rough. Like, I've seen so many instances where it takes people out of here, man, and a lot of times quickly. But we are not here to mourn. I mean, there will be a little bit of sadness that I'll express, but it won't be for long because I believe in celebrating people's lives, not mourning their death. You know, like there's a mourning period, but at the same time, she did so much in her life that it's worth celebrating. Now, unfortunately, we can't play her music or else this show gonna get yanked. This particular episode is going to get yanked because, you know, y'all already know how Facebook Live does. Y'all already know how the internet does. We had it when I was on Breakout Kings. Shout out to Breakout Kings on every Monday, 8 to 10 p.m. right here on WindyCRadio.com. We had a show where we were talking about Jay-Z's album, and we played a couple of songs from 444. And, yeah, that show never got seen again. You know what I mean? So, and then Aretha has the nerve to be associated with the Warner Brothers family. So I ain't even trying to play those games with Warner, you know, whatever. But anyway, what's going on, Gladiator? I see you, bro. I see you. Appreciate you tuning in. But what we are going to do, a couple of things. Showcase a couple of hip-hop instrumentals. As you're hearing right now, one of my favorite producers, Ninth Wonder, called OK Way So from his, I don't even know how to pronounce the name, Tutankhamun something? I can't even remember. But dope instrumental album. And this is a sample of Mr. Spain from Aretha Franklin, of course, released in 1973. It's going to be a little bit of a history lesson, you know, in certain aspects. And of course, we're going to be talking about her music, what she means to soul music, the state of soul music. And of course, you know, I'm a top 5 person. So I like to give my top 5s. A lot of people have already chimed in. I appreciate everybody who's already chimed in. If you want to give your top 5 favorite Aretha Franklin songs, tweet us, Bars on Air. You can comment on the most recent Instagram post at Bars on Air, or you can hit us up on Facebook at Bars on Air. Everything across the board at Bars on Air. Like I said, this is going to be a celebration today. But without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into some music. And this is Jerry Holmes. This is featuring Talia. And this is Wanting You. And you're listening to the official Hump Day Motivation for the DMV and beyond. Of course, when we come back, we'll be talking about Aretha Franklin. This is Bars, y'all.
Feelings first, but now my heart's inside your pockets. I'm having visions of family dinners and Christmas stockings. I just went with the flow, but your motions are so hypnotic. You've been running through my mind, my thoughts been racing, trying to stop this. And all these drugs have been antibiotics for the wounds from women I cut, cause it got chaotic. I was obnoxious to think your longings weren't turn me psychotic. I could have been an alcoholic, but you've been the remedy with positive energy to turn on my frenemies to ghosts. Now they just dead to me. I don't wish death on any, but I do know that you envy me, cause she shares my energy and truly wants to enter me. Girl, you are amazing, and you've truly been a friend to me. You found a place inside my heart, so no matter where I travel, you and I won't be apart.
I get this feeling, I can't fight if I wanted to. Do you get these feelings too? Cause I'm wanting you, I'm wanting you. I get this feeling, I can't fight if I wanted to. Do you get these feelings too? I hope you do, I'm wanting you.
To me, your beauty's unmatched. To me, them other girls just don't stand a chance. I'm gonna need like 4 kisses before you leave, even if you coming back. But you're not going too far, cause I just hit you from the back. Ever since the day we met, you have lifted all my stress. And when I am too sore, you glue your mattress to my chest. Then you rub it out, so I don't have to thug it out. Blunt inside my mouth, we lay on top of the clouds. Your support has been perfection. Entering your life for me has truly been a blessing. Not keeping you around will be like me turning down heaven. You shield the blows that life throws, my weapon for protection. A love larger than Texas. Come through, let's connect, and then let's further that connection. Girl, I won't take you for granted. You're my only one with 7 billion on this planet.
I get this feeling, I can't fight if I wanted to. Do you get these feelings too? Cause I'm wanting you, I'm wanting you. I get this feeling, I can't fight if I wanted to.
at the red light. The red light, meet me at the red light. The red light, kisses at the red light. Girl, you're shining brighter than 1,000 pairs of headlights. Keep you around in my dark times, you shed light. You're too addicting, I don't mind it, but the feds might. We could kick it any day, we could lay up every night.
I get this feeling, I can't fight if I wanted to. Do you get these feelings too? 'Cause I'm wanting you, I'm wanting you. I get this feeling, I can't fight if I wanted to. Do you get these feelings too? I hope you do, I'm wanting you.
If you're an urban contemporary indie artist, then this is your platform. Send us clean versions of your music to balancingactradioshow@gmail.com. That's balancingactradioshow@gmail.com.
I just wanna know if you feel me. I just wanna know if you're ready. I just wanna know if you feel me. Just tell me now if you're ready. Don't you know that I'm ready? I'm ready. Don't you know that I'm ready? You ready?
Hold up. I don't wanna rush, I'm more than enough, Time that I spend here, especially believe me, they want it when I give it up. Only thing matter is us, and all I'm asking is trust. I'm taking this out of here, so I'ma lay back, I stop when you starting to flush. My bed, I ain't talking about sleep, I ain't talking about now. Yeah, I'm talking all week, talking about rum and your curves and your corners, talking about lips and your lips if you want it. Talking about this is your moment, trust me, you want it. Show that we out of here, what you want it. I want you to feel me, no pressure. The way that you hitting don't make it no better. Hold up, I'm losing my mind. Just hope you don't mind. I'm ready to take you to places, believe me. Just promise to give me the time. This ain't no bait on no line. Saying what's all on my mind. So tell me you ready, cause baby, if you ready, you leap, get ready to fly.
I just wanna know if you feel me. I just wanna know if you're ready. I just wanna know if you feel me. Just tell me now if you're ready. Don't you know that I'm ready? I'm ready. Don't you know that I'm ready? When you ready, I just wanna know if you feel me. I just wanna know if you're ready. I just wanna know if you feel me. Just tell me now if you're ready.
'Cause I know.
You know that I'm ready.
I know.
I'm ready. You know that I'm ready. When you ready. I've been working all day and I'm trying to come over. Call me FedEx, cause I'm trying to take a load. Not over your ex, but I'm trying to take your clothes off. If you don't make a challenge, then well, baby, then I'm so gone. I didn't know that you was that strong. I know you're ready, but just hold on. Baby, take it easy. I know you wanna please me. I wanted to believe it. I just wanna know if you feel me. I just wanna know if you're ready. I just wanna know if you feel me. Just tell me now if you're ready. All you gotta do is say I'm ready. I'm ready. All you gotta do is say I'm ready. Say ready. I just wanna know if you feel me. I just wanna know if you're ready. I just wanna know if you feel me. do. Say yes. Say yes.
Want to get down with the Bars Revolution? We're on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Bars On Air.
Yo. Picture perfect shorty, I just left for late. They miss me in my city, tell them I can stay. Nope. He said he wanna knock it all the way down. Man, my plane just touched down. Touchdown, down, like I'm about to run the play. Threw it back twice, like I'm Hardaway. Legend in my league, I watch him overdose. Put it on a real good, comatose. Front, that's just call. Told him put another day up on my black card. Right? Tell him I don't want no interruptions. Been stressing all weekend, I'm about to get in something, you know. I'm drugs to my baby like a roofie. These bras ain't holding nothing, what they proof me. And matter of fact, I don't even care. Tell him pull up at my telly, I'll be waiting there. Do you really want me? Do you like what you see? Don't you? Do you really want me? Well, baby, come and get it from me now. Do you really want me? Do you like what you see? Don't you? Do you really want me? Well, baby, come and get it from me now. Relax your mind, set your conscience free. I done had a couple drinks so they can't bother me. I watch them duplicate, they do it sloppily. God is on my flow, so only guys can be on top of me. No ceilings yet, you stuck up on that ground floor. Yeah, I see you, but you stuck up on that ground floor. Elevators, penthouse up to the top floor. I ain't famous yet, but these need to do more. Do more, they need to do better. It's Trap Queen, except we getting bread and grind together. City views, keep it wetter than some bad weather. Realist on his team, so he can get it now forever. You know, I'm drugs to my baby like a roofie. These chicks ain't holding nothing, what they proof be. And matter of fact, I don't even care. Cause when he pull up at the telly, I'll be waiting there. Do you really want me? Do you like what you see? Don't you? Do you really want me? Well, baby, come and get it from me now. Do you really want me? Do you like what you see? Don't you? Do you really want me? Well, baby, come and get it from me now.
Welcome back to the Balancing Act Radio Show, hosted by AJ Throwback, only on WinDCRadio.com and the WinDC Radio app, powered by GoWin.media.
Yeah. You just heard Venomous with Roofie. Before that, we had Jamel, Mr. City, featuring Row B with I'm Ready. And starting off the set, we had Jerry Holmes featuring Talia with Wanting You. And I definitely want to make sure I shout out a lot of the other great shows that we have. One of those shows being somebody who's currently in the Facebook Live right now, Let's Be Clear, all along with Mike's Corner, Tuesdays, 6 to 8 p.m. right here on WinDCRadio.com and the WinDC Radio app. One of my favorite radio shows, man. They every single week, whether it's the ladies of Let's Be Clear or the fellas of Mike's Corner, they just always have great conversation, great energy, and man, their Facebook Live be popping, man. That chat be popping, so definitely got to shout them out. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and get into this right now.
From the box office to the boom box to the idiot box.
Hold on, bruh. That makes us idiots.
Oh yeah, that's right. Anyway, it's what's hot in everything entertainment. This is the High Top Fade, only on Bars.
I got you, Nate. I got you. And I just want to say, before we get into this, there's an interesting conversation that just kind of sort of organically started in the Facebook Live about grits. You know what I'm saying? That there's always like this huge debate going on about whether people are no grits in the sugar. I mean, no sugar in the grits, or sugar in the grits. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm team grits in my sugar. You know what I'm saying? I mean, sugar in my grits. See, I'm tired. That's what 2.5 hours do. You know what I'm saying? You flip around the words. So, but I like both. I like cheese grits and I like sugar in my grits. Blame my mama. My mama did it. You know what I'm saying? I dare anybody come for my mama. Do it. See what happens. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? No hate on anybody that don't like sugar in their grits. I get it. Sugar's for cream of wheat, according to the streets. But anyway, y'all already know that we here. You know what I'm saying? To talk about the life and the legacy of the Queen of Soul, the undisputed Queen of Soul, Miss Aretha Franklin. Like I said, leading into it, died last Tuesday. There was news, I want to say early last week or late the week before, about how she was gravely ill. And like I said before, she passed away from pancreatic cancer. Which is tough. It's rough on a lot of people. It's taking a lot of people out of here, and quickly, unfortunately. But she lived a really long, great life, had a great career in the music game. I guess the hard part, I'll start off with the hard part, and then I'll get into more of the celebratory part. But before I do that, I just wanted to let y'all know this instrumental that's playing right now. This is Mobb Deep. Drop a Gem on them, produced by Mobb Deep, and the sample that's featured in this song is You Are My Sunshine, which came out in 1967. So like I said, it's gonna be a little bit of a history lesson for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we can't play Aretha's music for fear of getting the video pulled, which I don't want to do. So we can throw some love in other ways. But anyway, But I guess the hard part for me is that even though Aretha is before my time, she wasn't like a lot of the people that I came up listening to in the 80s. But the thing is, Aretha was still very relevant when I was coming up. Probably one of my first introductions that I remember like vividly, because I'm pretty sure like my dad DJ, so he played a lot of music around me. So there's certain things that I do remember as a kid, but I think the most vivid memory that I have of Aretha Franklin entering my consciousness was when Freeway of Love came out in 1985. I was about 5 years old, about to be 6, but I was living with my grandmama, Sheridan Street Northwest, Uptown, and man, that song was on all the time. And it was right around the time when like videos were starting to really, music videos were starting to really get popping. And man, y'all really going in about this grits conversation. Y'all was funny. I love y'all though. But yeah, like I mean, that was one of my first introductions that I could really remember when it came to Aretha Franklin. And it was just an undeniable soul, an undeniable swagger that Aretha Franklin had as a singer, because she didn't sound like anybody else at the time. Like everybody, you could kind of tell that she had an older soul than, say, Whitney Houston, who they were on the same label, popping at the same time. Like both of them had like huge hits in 1985. But you could just tell Aretha had like a different kind of soul, because I mean, she's from Detroit. Detroit just produces a different kind of soul. And so from there, like I really fooled with Aretha Franklin. You know what I'm saying? Like I was a fan. And the more music that I heard from her, at that time, or in that era, I should say, because of course I would eventually hear a lot of her older music, but when I'm coming up, like she's still relevant. She's still popping in the 80s. You got, Who's Zooming Who. Then I Knew You Were Waiting with George Michael. I love that song, but I love Aretha Franklin and I love George Michael. So that pairing together, I just felt like it worked. Like a lot of songs that she did, later in her career. And then, I mean, let's talk about the fact that in a lot of ways, not only did Aretha Franklin change music or affect music dramatically, she affected music so dramatically that they had to make a decision when Bill Cosby and the folks decided to do A Different World. They had a totally different sounding theme song. A lot of people don't realize this. You know, in that first season when Lisa Bonet, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Marissa Tomei was on A Different World. And it was just a totally different feeling show just based on the song. I want to say it was Phoebe Snow who sang the original theme song. I may be wrong about that, but it just sounded completely different. So then when Aretha Franklin came in and just completely gave it a totally different vibe, like it felt like the moment, or it felt like the show. Whereas the original one kind of felt like, you know, this is cool, but doesn't really embody the soul of A Different World. Because you got to think about it. A Different World was one of those shows where, you know, you're on what's supposed to be, granted it's fictional, but a historically black college. And you have this kind of cool song, but it's kind of folksy. But then you get Aretha Franklin's version, and it's like, it's kind of hip. It's like, I mean, it's not New Jack or anything like that, but at the same time, it felt like the time. And even to this day, like whenever I hear that theme song, that's what I identify with A Different World. Not the Phoebe Snow version, if it's Phoebe Snow. Definitely not the Boyz II Men version. When they replaced Aretha Franklin's version with Boyz II Men's version, I was like, this show is about to get canceled. I feel like anytime they replace a theme song that works on a show with a song that is like, that's cool, but you could have done a little better, I feel like shows get canceled. So, but yeah, it's like she was still relevant. Like A Different World kept her even more relevant than she already was. And then she gets into the 90s, still putting out hits. She had A Deeper Love, big song. Willing to Forgive, always love that song. And even getting into the later 90s, you know what I mean? Like, you eventually work with Lauryn Hill and do A Rose Is Still a Rose, which a lot of people I'm noticing from what I've gauged about people's favorite files, a lot of people have A Rose Is Still a Rose in their top 5 favorite Aretha Franklin songs, which we'll get to later. But I mean, that goes to show you just how dope the song is. I mean, you got this kind of hip hop kind of beat, and Aretha Franklin didn't sound out of place on it. You could tell Lauryn Hill had her stamp on the song, but Aretha Franklin still sounded like she was at home on the song. It didn't feel like, okay, Aretha, you trying it. It still had her soul. It still had her vibe to it. Just updated. And I think that's the thing that definitely has to be credited to Aretha Franklin. Her ability, you got to think about it. She came out in the 60s, relevant. Of course, we know, I mean, we know her catalog from the 60s. R-E-S-P-E-C-T. So many songs. Chain of Fools. Ain't No Way. I mean, Call Me, I want to say Call Me was like entering the 70s, but then you enter the 70s. You got Call Me. You got Say a Little Prayer. And I think Say a Little Prayer may have been 60s, but the point is, it's like she's popping in the 60s. She's popping in the 70s. Rock steady. Like, she's just relevant. She just knows how to just, no matter what the wave is, no matter what the sound is of the times, between the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, Aretha Franklin had a hit, a major hit in all of those decades. That is extremely hard to do. Extremely hard. Some other people, you know, one of the people I think about, James Brown. James Brown couldn't even do that. James Brown may have had like one hit that a lot of people really knew about from him in the 80s. He put out songs in the 90s. They didn't do anything. He was a 60s and 70s guy. But, you know, and it's not to knock James Brown, but I don't feel like he was on the same level as Aretha in terms of her ability to adjust. But then another thing, I mean, it's kind of I don't want to say it's an unfair comparison, but the thing about if you're comparing Aretha Franklin, the Queen of Soul, to James Brown, the Godfather of Soul, James Brown controlled a lot of his sound. So sometimes when you're in control of your sound, sometimes you don't know how to adjust to the times. You want to keep your sound, and that's cool, but not everybody's going to take that ride with you. Whereas Aretha Franklin, because she didn't produce her own stuff, it was easier in a lot of ways for her to adjust to working with Jerry Wexler or Luther Vandross or Michael Massa or Babyface or Lauryn Hill. No matter who she was working with, she was able to adjust to the material and the times. And more often than not, it didn't sound dated. It didn't sound like she was trying to keep up. She was trying to catch up. It was just natural for her. And we're not going to see that ever again. You know, or at least, because a lot of people, and we'll get into this on the other side of the break, a lot of people will say, you know, it's not the same soul anymore. And of course it's not the same soul, especially with Aretha being gone. Because you're only going to get one Aretha, just like you're going to only get one of a lot of the artists. But like I said, we'll go ahead and tackle some more thoughts on the other side of the break. After the break, also, if y'all want to call in and chime in, phone lines are open. 240-389-3397. After the break, I'll take, you know, a call or two if people have some thoughts on this topic. And we're going to go ahead and keep it rolling with the music. This is Star with Sankofa. And you're listening to the official Hump Day Motivation for the DMV and beyond. This is Bars.
Physical residual, body made of minerals, proteins, dope fiends, walking with a slow lean. Rise up, time to refine your reality. Destined for greatness, not born to be a casualty. Bodies of a malady operate from the spirit. Mellowed out the groove so the party people feel it and still get the jewel. Music is a tool for enlightenment. Instead of fighting fists, I'ma strike with this. Pen is mightier, use it as a sword. My old goons hold it down, ensure the empress is secured. Rest assured, after trials been endured, prevention beats cure, intentions ever pure. Notorious lyrics off and on like a light switch, tuned into the right pitch, passion what I write with. Peaking the frequency, frequently freaking me. Universal law of give and take it equally.
93 million miles above these jets.
Drawn to the light like morphs to the flame. Soul not told cause it's natural game. Blame none, a victim never claim one. Yep, the same one that's got your brain stunned. Up and at 'em early bird type fashion. Fit the armor, I was born for sound clashing. Étoile magnifique, I cut off the weak. They've no right to speak, misperfection at its peak. Blessed with this, so I strive to move in honor. Sister, daughter, comrade, mama. Refrain from the drama, let them hang like a comma. Pause, applying what I learned to the cause. Effective, speak from experience, perspective. Reflective, actions, freedom, passion. Up late nights till I get it straight right. Sacrifice is great vice, let's take flight.
93 million miles above these jets. 93 million miles above these devils.
Move forward with Sankofa. Wiser now I'm older. Solar rays melting caps this polar. Reverse curses with verses dispel that. Bringing skill back. Sugar Hill rap. still dopest, real focus, take notice. Packing up my duffel, making moves, all coasters. That je ne sais quoi, comme si, comme ça. Love wherever you are, cause you made it this far. The wealth is the people, don't let them mislead you or bleed you. Vampires tripping cause they need you from days fetal. Been battling the evils, not a superstar, more like ya, Santa Wa. Dub conqueror, bet she set it off for sure. Like Cleo and Tony, taking what's owed me, homie. This lady's first like Latifah and Moni. And if you don't know by now, you'll never know me.
I actually like that tape.
It's the feeling.
Kato on the track.
Ain't no love in these streets when these haters look at me. DJ Khaled Major Key, cause I'm the one they wanna be. Ain't no love in these streets, full of tension when I speak. R-E-S-B-E-C-T, Aretha Franklin, and I'm that quick. You ain't never heard a female spitting with such a vision. I do it independent, don't need a witness to vouch for. I be in my lane to see the limits with tunnel vision, cause I'm always focused. You can take me on my game, boy. Lioness with a number 2. I pencil the venom to silence haters who think they better than medicine. I be peddling, hitting them with the rhythm, hitting them with the feeling like I'm James Brown. Homie, you forever an enemy, ain't no kin to me, ain't no need to pretend to be cool like a fan. When they stand out of hand to you fake hitters, why you all hold on the gram with your little bitty gram to your rent money. I be perfecting the craft. Woody the woodpecker, the laugh, doing the dab as I'm crossing the finish now with a big smile. Middle finger high with my pants down, feeling like Eminem when he did it in the head mile. I be going head now, pipe down, bar so hard like a pipe now, sound like Future Leader mask down, boogie with the hoodie, let them all drown. Kato let them know it's a kill, cause I'm a hailstorm. Every rapper that mumble is lukewarm. I kill her with 2 horns, the beast is unleashing in red form. I dead them all, the sucker MCs in this platform. You know, flow oasis, y'all so basic, step your bars up, enunciate them. Stevie Wonder, I can't see you, all I hear is noise. Running circles round your tracks like I was Jesse. Ain't no love in these streets when these haters look at me. DJ Khaled Major Key, cause I'm the one they wanna be. Ain't no love in these streets, full of tension when I speak. R-E-S-B-E-C-T, Aretha Franklin, I'm the queen. I'm getting sick and tired of telling these hitters I'm cold as the winter, bringing the blizzard, overlooking the ones who different. I get it. My privacy is different, no dangling ornaments, ain't no tournament to you meals with pride excelled. I'm handing out L's, never let them prosper in this world of horror. I ruin your aura, never let them ahead of me. These balls serve anybody, ain't no discrimination, young or old, don't need ID. So let us pray for the pit switch, 6 deep from the hands, and evidence is our hands, and I might buy your mask on Elm Street with a pick of every inch. Whoever tried to shade me when they balls we dusty. Duck goose, the target loose, I click, clap, blah, blah, shoot. These 16s for anybody who don't speak that truth. Don't sugarcoat it when they walk or when I'm in that booth, so let me tell them. Flow oasis, y'all so basic, step your bars up, enunciate them. Stevie Wonder, I can't see you, all I hear is noise. Running circles round your tracks like I was Jesse. Ain't no love in these streets when these haters look at me. DJ Khaled Major Key, cause I'm the one they wanna be. Ain't no love in these streets, full of tension when I speak. R-E-S-B-E-C-T, Aretha Franklin, I'm the queen. Ain't no love in these streets when these haters look at me. DJ Khaled Major Key, cause I'm the one they wanna be. Ain't no love in these streets, full of tension when I speak. R-E-S-B-E-C-T, Aretha Franklin, I'm the queen.
Want to be part of the conversation? Make a request or get a shout out on air? Give us a call after this next song. 240-389-3397. This is Bars on WinDCRadio.com and the WinDC Radio app, powered by GoWin.media.
Wishing on a star, staring up in the sky, close my eyes. I can't find the words to say. Don't go, turn around, please stay. And now it's hard to hold the pain. Let it go, moving on, walk away. I know you've already lost your mind. While I cry and I try to say goodbye. I know you've already lost your mind. I know you've already lost your mind. While I cry and I try to say goodbye. I know you've already lost your mind. From the lies you tell, I'm breaking time. Stand still, I'm shaking. Love you, 'cause I'm paying. Gotta get up from the floor. I'm begging time. Don't stop, don't break me. Lies from truth is blurry. I can't stop my own demise. No, I know you've already lost your mind. While I cry and I try to say goodbye. I know you've already lost your mind. I'm looking in your eyes, and I know that I've lost my mind.
It's time to get back to AJ Throwback and Bars, only on WinDCRadio.com and the WinDC Radio app, powered by GoWin.media.
Yeah. Thank you for continuing to rock with us here on Bars. That was, for those who are inquiring, that was Kendall Lake, Lost Your Mind. Little slightly different flow for us, a little bit. I'm trying to ease in some different genres. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Kendall Lake. Showed a lot of love on Instagram. You know what I mean? Also, before that, we had Jay the Lioness with Ain't No Love. Shout out Jay the Lioness, one of our biggest supporters. And starting off the set, we had Star with Sankofa. Definitely want to keep shouting out great programming we have here on WinDCRadio.com. Thursdays, 4 to 6 p.m. You can catch From Boston to the DMV. So make sure y'all check that out. And y'all already know what's playing in the background. Those of y'all who are Slum Village fans know that's it's actually one of my favorite Kanye West productions, Selfish. And you already know the sample. Anybody that knows Aretha, you know that's Call Me. You already know. You don't even need me to tell you that. Pardon me while I re-log in here. But one of the things that I wanted to get back to coming off of the break was the fact that it's hard dealing with Aretha's loss, because for me, like I said, like even though she was before my time, she was still during my time, because she was still relevant during my time. And you know, it's hard when you lose all of these people that you grew up with. You know, it was hard losing Michael Jackson. It was hard losing Prince. It was hard losing Whitney Houston, Luther Vandross, Rick James. Getting later in life, Aaliyah, Biggie, Tupac, Left Eye, Jill Levert. Like a lot, like all of these that I'm naming, these are ones that hurt when it happened, because I grew up on all of these singers, you know, and all of these singers came up during my time, or like their prevalence was during my time. And so it was tough. It wasn't as tough with Aretha, only because, like I said, like, well, and then another thing, here's another factor. Aretha, comparatively in terms of age, she was older than everybody else. Everybody else passed 50s and younger. Aretha darn near lived to be 80. In a lot of ways, that's a blessing. That's a blessing to almost be 80 years old. I always feel like if you live to be anywhere near or at least 80 years old, you've lived a pretty full life. But to not even make it close to that, which a lot of those artists didn't, you know, it's sad. But the point is, it's like, it's just hard losing childhood heroes. People that you looked up to, people that you came up admiring. Jam Master Jay, forgot about Jam Master Jay. That was another one that was like rough, you know. But again, it's not about more, you know, it's hard, but at the same time, I think one of the hardest parts is something that my homies Pav P and Rob Rise on Belief, shout out to those brothers. They are dope artists, you know what I'm saying, in their own right. And one of the sentiments that they expressed was the fact that, that's right, Nate. That's right, Nate. Shout out to your mom, 82 years old. That's a blessing right there. But yeah, I think one of the things that's the hardest part about losing Aretha Franklin is the void in soul music that she leaves. Because, of course, like I said before the break, James Brown, I mean, he passed, I think it was 07, 08, around that time. It was hard to lose James Brown because I'm a huge fan of James Brown's music. A lot of things he did when he was alive, as a person, he kind of sucked. But, you know, in terms of his music, it's undeniable the imprint he left on soul music. And it's the same thing with Aretha Franklin. You're not going to get another Aretha Franklin in terms of the level of soul that she infused and was able to, like I was saying before, go through a gamut of different types of beats. She could give you like the pop standard, but she could give you the straight soul, feeling like you listening to a Stax record. You know, those who don't know about Stax Records, Otis Redding, Barcades, Carla Thomas. I can go on, but point is, it's like that kind of feel. But the thing is, it's like, you know, one of the things they were saying is like, there's nobody to carry the torch. And to me, there are a lot of factors that are at play with that. One, it's part the industry, because soul music is different now, in a sense that soul music it's not the prevalent music anymore, or our artists that are really soulful aren't really put to the forefront like in Aretha's heyday. It's just not the same. I mean, you listen to a lot of the R&B, and to me there's a difference between R&B and soul music, because you got a lot of people who are R&B singers but they're not soul singers. Like, they don't resonate. Like, I think Leela James, she had put up a tweet maybe a month ago, maybe even longer than that, pretty much saying what's the difference between like an R&B singer and a soul singer, along those lines, or, you know, like the difference between singing and singing. And to me, it's like you hear Aretha Franklin's voice, you get chills, you get goosebumps. And for me, that's the difference between an R&B singer and a soul singer. A soul singer is more than likely to give me those goosebumps when they're singing. And there's not a lot of that that's at the forefront. That's in the mainstream of R&B. Not mainstream pop, I mean mainstream of R&B. Because you have a lot of soul singers that exist, like, say, Leela James, or Ledisi, or Jill Scott. The list goes on and on. Layla Hathaway. Like, you have like all of these different women who can, and people, period, not just women but men too, who can carry the torch. But the thing is, the industry won't let them do it because they're trying to push a different kind of sound. Because music represents where the youth are. And while a lot of the soul music that we love speaks to us in our age range, younger kids, it's like a lot of them do like it, but a lot of them like what's on the radio. And the thing is, in most instances, people tend to subscribe to whatever's on the radio. And so, you know, like I said, it's part of the industry. The industry, that's not necessarily the direction they're going in with the sound. And so they control it out of that. And another thing is the fans. Like I said, like the listeners. You look at a lot of the people who are listening to a lot of the music, it's not, granted, now our age range buys more of the music. But in terms of streaming, promoting it, downloading it, you know, all of that stuff. And then again, like hearing it on radio, it's just not, it's not balanced. And so you're not going to really have anybody who's going to carry the torch, because the thing is, in a lot of instances, the industry won't let them be too soulful or, frankly, too black. Because when Sam Smith and Adele are more of the new faces of soul music, quote unquote soul music, than a lot of the people that I named, throwing at Anthony Hamilton, throwing a lot of the most soulful singers that we have in our genre. When you have them being pushed to the forefront, you already know what the agenda is. But I could go on and on about that, and I probably will on the other side of the break. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and keep it moving with the music and get into this right here.
If somebody tell you he hot, man, you know everybody hot now, man, he fish grease.
That's how we feel about this track right here. This is the Fish Grease Pick of the Week, only on Bars, on WinDCRadio.com and the WinDC Radio app, powered by GoWin.media.
Put your hands on my body. Put your lips on it too. Tell me how much you love it. Tell me how much you want it. I'ma make it worth your while. I'ma have you going crazy. I'ma make you mine. You gon' be my baby. Give it to me like you said. Don't hold back nothing. I'ma give you all I got. Hope you can handle it. You gon' go insane. You gon' go insane. From the love we make. Insane, insane, insane. From the love we make. You gon' go insane.
Ain't never had nothing like this before. You got me swimming all up under your place. Drowning in it, but girl, I want some more. Hitting them spots and I can tell by your face. Shawty got me feeling wavy. Sex with her is so amazing. Got me thinking maybe that you the one. Not just a body, it's a mind. Independent, a whole dime. Finally found somebody worth my time. Shawty, make it worth my while. Stay having me going crazy. Keep on doing what you do. And you can be my baby.
Give it to me like you said. Don't hold back nothing. I'ma give you all I got. Hope you can handle it. You gon' go insane.
You gon' go insane. You gon' go insane.
From the love we make.
More segments, more music means more bars after this.
Win DC Radio brings to you the app. Yes, the app is now available on your Google Play and your App Store, on your iPhone or your Android, any of your pads that you might be using, be it if it's an iPad, iPad mini, or if you have a Samsung Note, doesn't matter what you have, any mobile device, you can get the app so you can listen where you're at to Win DC Radio.
The Shops at Iverson is now undergoing a transformation, creating a mixed-use center where the community can come together to eat, shop, relax, and feel connected. The Shops at Iverson is a 600 KSF mixed-use property consisting of retail and office space now available. Located inside the Beltway on Branch Avenue, Maryland, just minutes from downtown D.C. It's an exciting time at the Shops at Iverson. Several beautiful renovation projects are ongoing, transforming the Shops at Iverson into the new safe community hub. DMV, get ready to enjoy the new food court. Opening late spring, early summer, featuring new restaurants like Chipotle, Quickway Hibachi, Tropical Smoothie, Wingstop, and free Wi-Fi. The Shops at Iverson, the original home of the world-famous Snickerdoodle cookies, is completing several cosmetic improvements to the mall interior, facade, and parking garage. The Shops at Iverson is the new home of Go Win Media, comprised of the DMV's premier internet radio stations, Go Radio Live and Win DC Radio. For updates and more details, check out shopiverson.com. That's shopiverson.com.
What's good, everybody? This your boy AJ Throwback, and when I'm plugging away at work and need a shot of energy, I'm tuned into the hot topics, dope music, and wild styles of my brothers and the kings of Monday night, Coach Taylor and Ransom Relic. It's Breakout Kings Radio, Mondays from 8 to 10 p.m., only on WinDCRadio.com and the WinDC Radio app.
Powered by GoWin.media.
Foreplay the Orgasm Show. I am your host, Hot Toddy, along with the Turn Up team, Miss Lolly and Showtime. Foreplay the Orgasm Show is each and every Tuesday night from 8 to 10, bringing you the sexy slow jams with very adult interactive conversation, only on Win DC Radio.
Man, look, y'all already know what time it is. It's your boy, Gerard Street Garvey, and my DJ, Kid Cannon. And when we together, you know what it is. Grind Season Radio, each and every Wednesday from 8 to 10 on Win DC Radio. Don't forget it. Yeah.
Looking for a new look? Check out Hair Academy 2 in the Shops at Iverson, Hillcrest Heights, Maryland. You'll get quality services done by developing stylists and barbers. Senior discounts offered weekly and free barbershop services available when you present a flyer. Chemical treatments are also available. Call 301-899-9100 for hours of operation. Hair Academy 2 in the Shops at Iverson, 3705 Branch Avenue, Suite 1010, lower level, Hillcrest Heights. A new look is waiting for you at Hair Academy 2.
We hope you didn't go too far. It's time for the second hour of the Balancing Act Radio Show, hosted by AJ Throwback, only on WinDCRadio.com and the WinDC Radio app, powered by GoWin.media.
Welcome back to hour number 2 of Bars. Here with your man AJ Throwback. Just want to thank everybody that's been watching, commenting on Facebook Live, listening in on the Win DC Radio app, tuned in online on WinDCRadio.com. Definitely got to shout out our Fish Grease pick of the week. That was Brooklyn Love featuring Shade Jennifer with Insane. Another one of the artists, I mentioned this last week when we played Katana Zane. Another one of the artists I met at R&B Nostalgia last month. You're going to be seeing me unveil a lot of those artists over time because it was just a lot of good R&B, and a lot of these, most of them from right here in the DMV. You know what I'm saying? These are your artists, so definitely got to support and shout them out. Also, give me 1 second. Shouting out another one of our shows here on WinDCRadio.com. Shout out to Goddess of the Nile Radio Show. Comes on every Sunday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. And y'all already know, once again, another, y'all know the song. Y'all know this is Mos Def. Y'all know this is Miss Fat Booty. But did you know this was an Aretha Franklin sample. Song called One Step Ahead, came out in 1965. Great song on its own. A lot of these, I mean, it's Aretha, so it goes without saying. But it's funny because I didn't even know that this was an Aretha sample. When all these years that I've been listening to this song been out for darn near 20 years. Now that's crazy. Wrap your brain around this, hip hop fans. This song's almost 20 years old. This song came out when I was in my junior year of college. It's crazy. But anyway, so I also want to give some midway shout outs because I believe in giving people roses while they're here. So one of the things I wanted to do was shout out one of my homies, Naeem Bricks. He was on Proof of ID with me along with Pav P. He just put out a dope video for a song that I love called Same Old Thing. Video with him, T-Wits. Shout out T-Wits. Hope you watching, listening in, brother. And of course, she was not only the featured artist, but also the director of the video. That would be acclaimed, critically acclaimed, but not necessarily in the consciousness of most people. 3D and T. Been a big fan of her since last year, since I first seen Maria. Hopefully we can get a clean version soon. Bricks, holla at me. You know what I'm saying? Need that clean version, brother. Need that clean, man. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? Definitely wanted to shout them out. Dope video. 3D and T definitely has a good eye and a good ear. And also shout out the homie Kingpin Slim. He just put out a dope video for No Scrubs. Make sure y'all get that Trapper's Delight. If y'all haven't heard Trapper's Delight, I'm telling you, when the year ends, do not be surprised if that album ends up in my top 10 for the year of overall dope albums for 2018. And also shout out my homie Jay Heat. He participated in the Coast to Coast Live competition last night at Pure Lounge. I don't know what the result was just yet. I haven't talked to him, but hopefully it was favorable. But just shout out anyway. If y'all haven't seen Jay Heat perform live, this brother brings the energy. And we'll be announcing one of his events later. So hopefully if y'all have the opportunity to be able to get out to that event, if you're in Fort Washington, you'll be able to check that out. But anyway, also want to give a couple of birthday shout outs. I got a lot going on here. Y'all got to pardon me for a second. But birthday shout outs to all the Leo season closes. You know, there's a lot of people that joke about Leos, how they can be obnoxious when it's their time. You know what I'm saying? But I love my Leos, man. You know what I'm saying? My grandmama Leo. My son is a Leo. So gotta always show love to the Leos. Shout out to Kenilworth Katrina. She celebrated her birthday on Sunday, August 19th. Shout out to homie Will from Will and Coast. You know what I'm saying? My family in Coast. My boy, pretty much my cousin Shawnee. You know what I mean? He's in that collective with him. He had a birthday on August 20th. And shout out my homegirl Kim. Grew up around the way with me. She celebrated her birthday yesterday, closing out Leo season. And today is the start of Virgo season. Shout out all the Virgos out there. Shout out my homie. And his birthday is today, and I have to say it like this. Lou. What's up, Lewis? You know what I'm saying? Hope you watching, hope you listening. His birthday today. Shout out Vivid, one of the artists that we play here on Bars. Celebrating the birthday tomorrow. And shout out my longtime good friend, Patrice, supporter, strong supporter, going back to the Breakout Kings days. Her birthday is Friday, August 24th. So shout out all the Virgo season people. And yeah, we getting closer to the best season. We won, you know, gotta wait one more season, but we almost there, y'all. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You know, we could debate that all day, but what else? Oh, shout out my big sis, Jean. Appreciate you tuning in. Shout out her one and only grandson, Kylan. You know what I'm saying? Give him a shout out. Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and keep the conversation rolling along with that's right, Libra's rule. That's right. You know, Jen. You know, babe. You know what I'm saying? My wife. also a Libra. You know what I'm saying? We ain't there yet. We gotta wait for, we gotta get the Virgos. Let them have their time. Let them have their time. But anyway, so I have a new segment. I didn't do the drop for it yet. But this is what I call top 5 dope on arrival. And so it's just a top 5 list. Whatever the top 5 that I come up with that day. You know what I'm saying? T5 DOA for short. Yeah, I bit that from Jadakiss. But yeah, you know, I wanted to do my favorite Aretha Franklin songs of all time. And so, and I asked a lot of people to chime in with theirs as well. If you haven't done so already, you can, if you're on Facebook Live and you haven't done so already, you can definitely do it in the Facebook Live, and I'll make sure to try to read it on air. I got quite a few already from when I put out a status on Facebook. And you can also tweet me at Bars on Air. So my number 5 would be You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman. And to me, this is just one of her most timeless songs. Whenever I think about Aretha Franklin, I think about Natural Woman. It's just a really good song. It's one of those songs that it's timeless in the sense that it's soulful, but you could definitely tell there was a pop or crossover element to it that they were trying to, you know, give her some more crossover appeal, but it still worked. She was still able to, it didn't take away from her soul. And that's the thing that I always loved about Aretha Franklin, that no matter what kind of music she got, you couldn't take away the amount of soul that she brought to a record. And it's just a beautiful song. Beautifully written, beautifully composed, and beautifully sung. It's just one of her most well-executed songs in her catalog. So that's my number 5. My number 4 is Jump to It. For various reasons. One, it's just a fun song. Like you hear the music to it, or I mean just off the break. They like jump, jump, jump to it. And I'm a kid, I'm like, oh, what's this? You know, like you want to jump. So, you know, it's one of those songs that caught my ears as soon as I heard it. And then the music, because a lot of people might not know this, but that's a Luther Vandross, Marcus Miller collaboration right there. Luther's credited as the producer on the song. Marcus Miller's a co-writer. But you know Marcus Miller probably was one of the main ones leading the musical charge, because that's just what Marcus Miller did. Musically, I just love it. I thought it was a good pairing. You know, that was right around the time she also put out Get It Right. But Jump to It is just, it's just a feel-good song. You know what I mean? Like, lyrically, it's a feel-good song. It kind of reminds me of like the precursor to like a lot of the things that Jill Scott was saying in The Way. Kind of reminds me of that. The precursor to that. But like I said, just a dope song. I always loved that. Number 3, I would say It Hurts Like Hell. Because it's another situation where Aretha works with Babyface. Because I want to say the first time she worked with Babyface was on Willing to Forgive. But then she gets on the Waiting to Exhale soundtrack, which is my favorite soundtrack of all time. So, and then it's produced by one of my favorite producers of all time. So you already know if you're in the 90s and you're working with Babyface, Babyface is going to make you dig. And for me, that was one of Aretha Franklin on wax. That was one of her last like really great performances. Not to say that she didn't have any after that, but for me, if I'm being honest, that was like, if Aretha decided to retire after she made It Hurts Like Hell, I'd have been cool with that. That's how good that song is to me. And it helped to define that movie, especially in a pivotal point in the movie when Bernie's talking to her daughter in Waiting to Exhale. So it's just a moment. It's just a good moment in R&B, a good moment in Aretha's career. And once again, it showed the fact that she was just like Jump to It. Jump to It, you talking about the early 80s. Different sound, able to adjust. It Hurts Like Hell. Now, granted, It Hurts Like Hell is right up her alley because it's a ballad. It's Babyface. But still, Babyface produces a little bit differently than a lot of people that she had in her Atlantic days before she switched over to Arista. But it's just a really good song. So that's my number 3. Number 2, frankly, the opening theme to A Different World. I mean, I've already kind of sort of gushed over how much I love that song, but I don't think I've really expressed it. Like, when I say I can listen to that song every single time and not get tired of it, whenever A Different World comes on, that's how much I love that opening theme. She just did that. And there's no other way to put it. She just did her thing on that song. And that's on a TV theme song. But that just goes to show you how awesome she is to be able to, at least in my top 5, because not everybody can do a theme song and get on my top 5. I mean, Donny Hathaway did the theme song to Maude, but Maude isn't in my top 5 of Donny Hathaway songs. You know what I'm saying? But I digress. But you get my point. You know what I mean? And my number one, and what's crazy is that if we were talking 30 years ago, it wouldn't have been my number 1. Actually, if we were talking 30 years ago, Freeway of Love probably would have been my number 1. But because of somebody that, you know, I knew in college, shout out my homegirl Rashida. She was an avid listener when we had, me and my homie Country, my homegirl Jerry, when we had our radio show. Also my homie Shameen, when we had our radio show in college, The Midnight Storm. She would always call in and request this one particular Aretha Franklin song. And before that point, I don't think I had heard it. But she requested it and I had it. And she requested, and I'm listening to it. And I never really paid it attention. But then I'm listening to it, I'm like, man, this song is so soulful. And that is Ain't No Way. Ain't No Way. It's not just one of Aretha Franklin's best songs or my favorite Aretha Franklin song. It's arguably one of the best performances, vocal performances ever done on wax. Ain't No Way. I mean, it's just like, she gets to parts of that song. It's so many parts of that song, she just gives me goosebumps. Especially when she come up off that bridge. When she come up off, I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it right now. I'm not even hearing the song. That's how you know how serious a song is. If you don't even have to listen to it, all you have to do is transport yourself to that moment when you heard it and it affected you, and boom, there it is. and that's how Ain't No Way is for me at this point in my life. It resonates. It's like Natural Woman, well written, well produced, well executed. But it does something to me more than any other song in her catalog. And it's not to knock any of the other songs, because she has a lot of great songs. A lot of great songs. But that just takes the cake for me. And that's all I gotta say. You know, that's my top 5. So when we come up off the break, I'm gonna read off quite a few top 5s that I've gotten already. And if anybody, again, wants to call in, chime in, the phone lines are open. 240-389-3397. You want to call in, I'll take calls after the break. But we're going to go ahead and get back into the music. This is the homie, AP Fresh. Shout out to 1203 Music Group. Shout out to June the Kid. You know what I'm saying? Those are my folks right there. This is Kareem. And you're listening to the official Hump Day Motivation for the DMV and beyond. This is Bars.
Gang full of stars, we the dream team. Secure the bag, stand tall like Yao Ming. I ain't running from the plug when the phone ring. She got this and that she hooked. Kareem.
See, I ain't gotta act tough, cause every day I prove it. Say they gon' rob me ball hog, these
know I'm shooting. She think I'm lying when I rap, you only know for hooping. You just mad, I want your since I heard it's woofing. I've been the man 2006, 2007 in the Yukon. Glizzy with me drinking 211s. On my way to Baltimore, try pull up, get some. Yeah, I'm young and who producing seeds, think they Chris and Snoop. We ain't blood and we don't cripple, we set trip, sauce on drip. If them hating on you, tell them suckers. Every Friday buying tables, copping bottles, taking flicks, why would I lie to you? I just take a track and reminisce. We was young and reckless. 9 on me, that's a weapon. 5 on them, that's his lesson. Time on me, I'm a blessing. Ride with it to the present, still as fresh as you can get. All my living legends, chasing bags, do with this still. I ain't trying to ride a wave when I say love, throw it up. Every day we elevating, popping bottles, pour it up. The freshman gave you spill with too many copy. Now that Chuck start making threads, now he the hood, Gucci, Versace, whole game. Gang full of stars, we the dream team. Secure the bag, staying tall like Yao Ming. I ain't running from the plug when the phone ring. She got this and that she hooked, Kareem. My whole gang full of stars, we the dream team. Secure the bag, staying tall like Yao Ming. I ain't running from the plug when the phone ring. Gave her this and that she hooked, Kareem. She got this and that she stressing me, keep texting me. Hey big head, I'm lonely, won't you be my one and only? Got no time to send emojis, too much revenue to get. Plus we saw how he did at him, I can never trust you, you will never catch me lacking. Think of fresh Chicago, body full of Hennessy, switching with gelato. City full of rappers, jacking hood, rich Pablo, biting, stout and rapping like they hit the lotto. But I'm a Oxon Hill, so I slow it down. I'm the best rapper in my city, time to show it now. His stuff is Z-voice in my head, say hold it down. It ain't a chopper if that don't hold 100 rounds. Gang full of stars, we the dream team. Secure the bag, staying tall like Yao Ming. I ain't running from the plug when the phone ring. She got this and that she hooked, Kareem. My whole gang full of stars, we the dream team. Secure the bag, stand tall like Yao Ming. I ain't running from the plug when the phone ring. Gave her this and that she hooked, Kareem. Yeah, she keep on texting me, telling me she lonely, come and be my one and only. Got no time to send emojis, I'm too busy getting rich. All my living legends chasing bags through with this shit. Gang full of stars, we the dream team. Secure the bag, staying tall like Yao Ming. I ain't running from the plug when the phone ring. She got this and that she hooked, Kareem. My whole gang full of stars, we the dream team. Secure the bag, staying tall like Yao Ming. I ain't running from the plug when the phone ring. Gave her this and that she hooked, Kareem.
Giving you the full spectrum with our topics, segments, guests, and of course, the best indie music in the DMV and beyond. This is the Balancing Act Radio Show, only on WinDCRadio.com and the WinDC Radio app, powered by GoWin.media.
Listen to the big tune, the Magwan.
Tell me what you want, I've been trying to get to you. I've been trying to put you on. Tell me what you wanna do. Tell me what you want, I've been trying to get to you. I've been trying to put you on, so tell me what you wanna do. We can vibe, me and you. We can max out the coupe. We can smoke out the room, baby. Tell me what you wanna do. Tell me what you want, I've been trying to get to you. I've been trying to put you on, so tell me what you wanna do. If you let me, I can change your life. Promise, baby, I can treat you right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's get trippy, let a hippie life. I'ma hold you down and get you right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Know that you're feeling the same, see it all over your face, yeah. Know that you've been peeping game, like when let's get away. I know every single thing you like. Loyal girl, you need up in your life, yeah, yeah, yeah. If you're looking for a real one, I got what you need right here. Baby, I just want tryna put you on. Tell me what you wanna do. Tell me what you want. I've been tryna get to you. I've been tryna put you on. So tell me what you wanna do. We can vibe, me and you. We can max out the coupe. We can smoke out the room, baby. Tell me what you wanna do. Tell me what you want. I've been tryna get to you. I've been tryna put you on. So tell me what you wanna do. I wanna go, yeah, yeah. Take it real slow, yeah, yeah. I wanna vibe, let's get your vibe. Won't you roll one, yeah. I wanna go, yeah, yeah. Take it real slow, yeah, yeah. I wanna vibe, yeah. Let's get your vibe. If you're looking for a real one, I got what you need right here. Baby, I just want you to pull up on me. Tell me what you want. I've been trying to get to you. I've been trying to put you on. Tell me what you wanna do. Tell me what you want. I've been trying to get to you. I've been trying to put you on. So tell me what you wanna do. We can vibe, me and you. We can max out the coupe. We can smoke out the room, baby. Tell me what you wanna do. Tell me what you want. I've been trying to get to you. I've been trying to put you on. So tell me what you wanna do.
If you're an urban contemporary indie artist, then this is your platform. Send us clean versions of your music to balancingactradioshow@gmail.com. That's balancingactradioshow@gmail.com.
Pissed at the wig getting paid. Broads breaking laws just to be the front page. Who caused such a flaw to continue to replay with the loss? Yikes. Life never paused for a play too clean, no need for the floss. Pre-teen on the scene, fuck the frost. My little team coded a gleam, I can see you miss a spot. Get Consuelo, all these niggas beta second to the boss. Out my face, you faces stale. Feel the bass like it's in braille. Bozos hoping, wishing wells. I'm on my way, watch me set sail. Out my face, you faces stale. Feel the bass like it's in braille. Bozos hoping, wishing wells. I'm on my way, watch me set sail. Push till I'm up next. Enough text, tryna see specs. Flex on the outer reach T-Rex. Let him reset. Vets wonder he's blessed. Threat after threat, but they never make a kid sweat. Let it to the misrep, man. Current ball, let the style on trial. The flow is like the Nile. The smile makes it die. You'll range more than a mile. You'll gain a different Jane with the use of guiles. Out my face, you faces stale. Feel the bass like it's in braille. Bozos hoping, wishing wells. I'm on my way, watch me set sail. Out my face, you faces stale. Feel the bass like it's in braille. Bozos hoping, wishing wells. I'm on my way, watch me set sail.
Want to get down with the Bars Revolution? We're on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Bars On Air.
Blizzard? Blizzard? Huh? It's a blizzard. Blizzard? What? What? Blizzard? Blizzard? Huh? Huh? Tone butter, real, my flow colder than a blizzard. I'm spitting blizzards, I leave it frozen like a blizzard. Man, it's a blizzard. You better watch out for the blizzards. I'm sending blizzards. These dancers snowing like a blizzard. I'm in the blizzard. My flow colder than a blizzard. I'm spitting blizzards. I leave it frozen like a blizzard. Man, it's a blizzard. You better watch out for the blizzards. I'm sending blizzards. These dancers snowing like a blizzard. I'm in the blizzard. I'm colder than a blizzard. I'm spitting blizzards. I leave you frozen cause my lyrics is something serious. Your frost bites when you listen. I know you hear it. These verses colder than the winter. I know you feel it. It's real business. I come through like an avalanche.
plans, but that was the master's plan. You never seen me coming, now just look at the aftermath. Advance through the circumstance, don't think that you understand. Bounce back like a second chance, boy, I'm lit like a power plant. I got him like, really though? Didn't know he could really flow. Seen him once in the video, but he was acting silly though. But now you could hear me though, I'm the voice of the city, Mo. It's about to get really cold, I hope that you feel me though. In a blizzard, I'm spitting blizzards, I leave it frozen like a blizzard. Man, it's a blizzard, you better watch out for the blizzards. I'm sending blizzards, these dancing snowing like a blizzard. I'm in the blizzard, my flow colder than a blizzard. I'm spitting blizzards, I leave it frozen like a blizzard. Man, it's a blizzard, you better watch out for the blizzards. I'm sending blizzards, these dancing snowing like a blizzard. I'm in the blizzard, I'm in the blizzard. Dancing snowing like a blizzard, I got God on my side. I be spitting that true serum with some wisdom inside. I'ma give you boys some scissors just to cut all these lies. All this foolishness I'm hearing and I still ain't surprised. When I deliver, bodies quiver, I'm the cool in the night. I don't mean to break the ice, but I ain't nothing nice. See, I'm all about my business, I ain't playing Monopoly. And I'm about to send a blizzard, so you better keep watching me. And I bet that they rock with me when I crank it so properly. But they might pull a robbery, cause my flow like the lottery. So just go ahead and follow me while I kick like a soccer team. Freezer burns when I rock the beat, boy, I'm cold as a hockey break. In a blizzard, I'm spitting blizzards, I leave it frozen like a blizzard. Man, it's a blizzard, you better watch out for the blizzards. I'm sending blizzards, these dancing snowing like a blizzard. I'm in the blizzard, my flow colder than a blizzard. I'm spitting blizzards, I leave it frozen like a blizzard. Man, it's a blizzard, you better watch out for the blizzards. I'm sending blizzards, these dancing snowing like a blizzard. I'm in the blizzard, I'm in the blizzard. Cool as a ceiling fan, call me the igloo man. Chill like an Eskimo, I'm sharp as a glacier fan. My flow is so bipolar, boy, I'm cold as an iceberg. Just gave you brain freeze, but don't trip, that's some slight work. Lyrics just so frigid, give your folks hypothermia. I think I'm Siberian, put in work like a husky, bruh. Sub-Zero, I'm 10 below, I'm filled with the Holy Ghost. They hate when the truth be told, they say that I do the most. I give them the rope of dope, so be careful, don't get too close. Get hit with that okie dope, make you feel like you overdose. So please do not sleep on me, I'm bold as a soldier. Yes, sir. And even the demons freeze like I froze hell alone. Colder than a blizzard, I'm spitting blizzards, I leave it frozen like a blizzard. Man, it's a blizzard, you better watch out for the blizzards. I'm sending blizzards, these dancing snowing like a blizzard. I'm in the blizzard, my flow colder than a blizzard. I'm spitting blizzards, I leave it frozen like a blizzard. Man, it's a blizzard, you better watch out for the blizzards. I'm sending blizzards, these dancing snowing like a blizzard. I'm in the blizzard, I'm in the blizzard.
Bars on Windy C Radio.
Shit. I actually like that tape. Just wanna give you a little piece of me, and I mean, they don't love me no more, right? They don't love me no more. Shit, them ride, baby, right? She don't love me no more, huh? She don't love me no more. You gotta wait for the punch. He don't love me no more. Nah, it's federal. Come on. You seem that wanna see you win. Want you in the coffin. Thought you was my brother, but you treat me as an orphan. Tried to give you life. I guess I lost them. Beating on their chest. I guess I lost them. You can't turn a boy to a man. I guess I forced them. I know my mother wish she had a abortion. The same people you love, you gotta divorce them. The same people you trust, you gotta extort them. My life was different, I was caught up in this world. Thought you was my family, but you tried to my girl. Ignorance is bliss, and just absorbent. Corny, looking just like Norbish. I guess this life don't love us. How we supposed to talk and act like brothers when undercover? You envious too. You wanna be like me, but not like you. Listen, they don't love me no more. They don't love me no more. Seconds. don't love me no more. Wait a minute, she don't love me no more. Alright, let's see. He don't love me no more. Check it. He don't love me no more. I'm just trying to break free and be all that I can be. NYM/ROD. How can I start this? By saying that I love you to death. Everything that I did wasn't best. Yes, I confess. I miss you with your head on my chest. I know I turned your life to a mess. Yes, I confess. I could've did things in a better way. I could've turned your night into a brighter day. But I was lost in the sauce, you know, trying to be the boss, trying to afford the cost. I'm just giving the facts. I was gonna get right back. They said you can't turn a bad girl good, but once a good girl is gone bad, she's gone forever. Listen, she's gone forever. Doing things in the street that'll get you small forever. But I still see her face in the mirror, and down the hall I still hear her saying, I love you, baby. They don't love me no more. They don't love me no more. Check it. She don't love me no more. Wait a minute, she don't love me no more. Alright, let's see. He don't love me no more. Check it. He don't love me no more. I'm just trying to break free and be all that I can be. NYM/ROD. Shit be weird. I don't know how to talk to you. You my son, and I don't know how to talk to you. It's crazy. I never thought I'd be having a baby. I was a selfish dude. I ain't want no babies. But now that I can't see you, it's driving me crazy. Blame your mother for them actions, man. That lady. It was her fault. I was giving her thousands before court. Playing in and out games. Now she's begging for support. That's why I ain't want no parts of. Grandmama told me to stay away from that. But you caught up in the middle of it. I get my right arms to take the pain away from your kid. Wipe your brow, little man. Daddy, it make you smile. I know a lot of things they said about me was foul, but when you turn around, Daddy be right there. No matter how far you go, I'm right here, baby. They don't love me no more. They don't love me no more. Check it. She don't love me no more. Wait a minute, she don't love me no more. Alright, let's see. He don't love me no more. Check it. He don't love me no more. I'm just trying to break free and be all that I can be. NYM/ROD.
Organizing any type of event to benefit the people in your neighborhood? Then submit it for the bar's community calendar. Send all important information, including point of contact, to balancingactradioshow@gmail.com. That's balancingactradioshow@gmail.com.
Yeah. Walking around, you're the coolest on the street. Rocking your outfit from Japan. Yeah. The one you bought on vacation last week. You're still on your parents' plan. Yeah. All of the peculiar things seem to be alright now. Easy following the coolest team in the fair weather. Used to laugh about us, talk about us. You better catch up, you can't live without us. Oh, pretty people. You swear that you know me. Pretty people. Swerving on you. With the big old bird, got Maggie with the big old bird. Is it fake or not? Tell me, is it fake or not? Move to the city, you're the coolest on the street. Yeah. Tone up denim, rock expensive style. Run from your home and the birds have to leave. Smoke trees and watch anime. Melrose Avenue. $100 shirt at the thrift store. Keep those receipts from the thrift store. All of the peculiar things seem to be alright now. Easy following the coolest team in the fair weather. Used to laugh about us, talk about us. You better catch up, you can live without us. Pretty people. You on the face to keep the glow rise. Cake the face. And she hit the tan spot enough to keep the brown eyes. Doing what you gotta do to fit in. Dime penny working, use your body just to get into the club or the spot. The club fireworks ain't cheap. Who trust you? Turning up or not? Turn it up. The catch-up game is a must. Sir, you ain't hip if you don't fall for lust. The bird is the worst swerve on the rings, kids and things. Hollywood monogamy is a curse, but it's first when that new bag's out of stock. Or the jock at the gym ain't on your clock. You got games, but you scarecrow space slot. The lifestyle is a force, but we still flock. All of the peculiar things are known to be real and now. Steady following the coolest teams in our fair weather. Just can laugh about us, talk about can't match up or can't live without us. Pretty people, you swear that you know me. Pretty people, swerving on you. With the big old bird, he got Becky with the big old bird. On you, is it fake or not? Tell me, is it fake or not? The selfie stick is coming out tonight. The selfie stick is coming out tonight. The selfie stick is coming out tonight. The selfie stick is coming out tonight.
It's time to get back to AJ Throwback and Bars, only on WinDCRadio.com and the WinDC Radio app, powered by GoWin.media.
That joint came in real fast. Sometimes this program is quirky. But anyway, yeah. Just heard, well, first and foremost, welcome back. This is Bars. You just heard Jeremy Jones featuring Alyssa Nicole and Mr. Campbell with Pretty People. If y'all don't know about this guy, Jeremy Jones, he doesn't have an album yet, but he has a lot of singles out right now. And brother's dope. I really like a lot of his work. So definitely check him more of his music out. Before that, we had Nimrod with They Don't Love Me No More. A lot of conversation going on in Facebook Live about that one. Real interesting. Y'all funny, man. Y'all funny. But before that, we had the homie Tone Butter. That was a last minute one right there. Tone Butter hit me up like probably a minute or two before I played that song and asked me to play it, you know, and I was like, oh, okay, let me go ahead and swap this out, boom, boom, boom. But it's a homie Tone Butter, so I definitely got to look out, you know what I'm saying? That was Blizzard. Shout out Tone Butter. Before that, we had Set the Tone with Out My Face. Brooklyn, not to be confused with Brooklyn Love. What's funny about that same R&B nostalgia show, there was a Brooklyn and then there was a Brooklyn Love. They're two totally different artists. You know what I'm saying? So I got confused at first. I was like, was that a typo? But all right. But both dope. Both dope. That was Tell Me. Shout out Brooklyn. And starting off the set, we had the homie AP Fresh with Kareem. Another show we want to shout out here on WinDC Radio. Coolin' with Carter. Come on every Thursdays, 6 to 8. Right here on WinDCRadio.com, 6 to 8 p.m. Let's not get that twisted. I don't think anybody's going to be up at 6 to 8 in the morning. Although, there's plenty of people that get up early. I'm the late comer. But anyway, y'all already know, those are y'all who are hip-hop fans. Y'all know what sample, or y'all know what song this is. Onyx, Last Days, produced by Fredro Starr. One of the primary samples in this is from Aretha's A Song for You from 1974. So this is one of my favorite instrumentals ever made. Like, just period. That was just right in that the tail end of the golden era of hip hop. So as y'all can see and hear, and one of the instrumentals I didn't get to play was Jazzy Belle by Outkast. I didn't realize that there was a Aretha sample in that. Rocksteady was sampled in Jazzy Bell. So, you know what I'm saying? Definitely wanted to shout out a lot of hip hop that showed Aretha some love. Aretha had been sampled in hip hop like over 300 times. It's a crazy number. You know what I'm saying? And probably even more than that. There's probably a lot that isn't on record. But on record, you had over 300 songs, maybe even over 400 songs that sampled Aretha Franklin. So hip hop loves Aretha Franklin because hip hop loves soul. But anyway, I wanted to read a couple of the ones that we got between Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And Neen, I need you to repost yours because when I have to keep coming out the video, it doesn't show me all the older comments. So please let me know your top 5 again because I definitely want to shout out your top 5. So let's see. Yeah, B. This is the beat right here. This is the beat. So my homegirl Kiana Hargett, she said Rocksteady. She performs that one. Natural Woman, A Rose is Still a Rose, Daydreaming, Who Zooming Who, just to start with. The Mrs., my baby, she said Ain't No Way, Call Me, Daydreaming. And let me say, Daydreaming, I almost put that on my list. I almost put Call Me on my list too. You know what I'm saying? It was tough. It was tough. But then she said A Rose Still a Rose, Natural Woman. Shamika, she couldn't limit hers to only 5, and she said, Until You Come Back to Me, that's what I'm gonna do. Say a Little Prayer for You. I Knew You Were Waiting for Me, which I mentioned earlier. Do Right Woman, Do Right Man. I Never Loved a Man the Way That I Loved You, which also almost made my list. Great song. Freeway of Love, Ain't No Way. The national anthem from the Lions game in 2016, which, yeah, she did do her thing on that joint. I remember that. Chain of Fools and Never Gonna Break My Faith. My homegirl Mika, she said Dr. Feelgood. At first she'd only put Dr. Feelgood, but then she updated it and said Dr. Feelgood, Do Right Woman, Do Right Man, You Lied, Chain of Fools, Ain't No Way. Marlon Gibbs, she said Respect, Chain of Fools, Natural Woman. Nina said I can't name 5. There are really no songs of hers that I do not like, but a few days ago I heard the song I Get High for the first time. I love that song. Always knew Aretha could sing, but in that song she gave me everything, long to short. I Get High is my answer. Beth, who had to dip out, she'll dip back in later, you know what I'm saying? Beth, I got you. I'm gonna share the live again. She definitely could, she couldn't limit hers to 5 either. She said Amazing Grace, Respect, Natural Woman, Rocksteady, I Dream a Dream, A Song for You, Chain of Fools, Bridge Over Troubled Water, another great song, Daydreaming, Angel, A Rose is Still a Rose, Baby I Love You, It Hurts Like Hell, Do Right Woman, Just to See Her. And then she said, okay, I'll stop there. But then she said, oh yeah, I Get High, A Change is Gonna Come, Told You I Couldn't Name Just 5. And then she also said Drinking Again. My homegirl Malika from MBYLI, she said Ain't No Way, Daydreaming, Chain of Fools, Rocksteady, and Natural Woman. Gotta Find Me an Angel. And then she said This Is Too Hard. My mama Cookie, she said Think, Rocksteady, Till You Come Back to Me, Do Right Woman, Ain't No Way. My cousin Darnell, he said I'd Rather Drink Muddy Water, Daydreaming, Beautiful Arrangement. Do Right Woman, said those first chords, man. Chain of Fools, Rock With Me, man, just a beautiful song. Come Back to Me, Ain't No Way, Something He Could Feel, one of my favorites. Jump to It, Freeway. Jesse Boo on Twitter, at funsize_Jess, retweeted and quoted one I put up on Twitter. She said, You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman, Respect, Rocksteady, Chain of Fools, I Never Loved a Man the Way I Love You. My big sis Jane, she said Chain of Fools. And Neen, she just hit me. She said Think, Respect, Rolling in the Deep, Jump to It, Do Right Woman, Do Right Man. And I mean, that's the thing. Aretha's catalog is so extensive that it's like there's so many songs that people name that I'm like, man, I'm mad I ain't put that in my top 5. But it's hard to just name 5 like a lot of people said, because her catalog is so extensive. She has so many gems in her catalog that it's hard to limit it to just 5. It's almost unfair. It's frankly unfair for me to ask that of y'all. But, you know, I got to make it difficult. So I definitely... Oh, okay. Callie's family. Okay, Gene. I appreciate that, Callie. Appreciate you tuning in. But yeah, you know, I just appreciate everybody who chimed in, who participated in this tribute, because I wanted to do it as right as I possibly can. Like I said, I couldn't play any of Aretha's songs, but at the same time, I wanted this to be something where it was a conversation piece, you know, because what a couple people were saying in the live was how MTV, not only did they not do a tribute, but I don't think we really expected them to do a tribute to Aretha Franklin. And it's unfortunate, because Aretha Franklin is so much, she's not just a part of soul music, she's a part of American music. Come on, how many times have we heard Respect in a commercial? Heck, the reason I even knew what a Natural Woman song was because it was a commercial, it was in a commercial first. She's been affecting American culture, pop culture, period. So my whole thing is, if nobody else is going to give her props, I mean, plenty of people have. I feel like Roland Martin, like that's all he did last week was just give Aretha Franklin tributes like day after day after day. Shout out Roland Martin. But I wanted to make sure that if nobody else did it, that I did it, you know, because she means a lot to me in terms of artists that I respect. She means a lot to me because soul music is my favorite music. Granted, I'm a hip hop dude, but at the end of the day, I'm a soul music R&B guy. And Aretha Franklin is a huge part of that influence, of that love. And again, she is the undisputed Queen of Soul. Undisputed. But anyway, like I said, I appreciate everybody tuning in for the tribute. And we're going to go ahead and do some closing things here.
Let's see what's happening on the Bars community calendar.
So we got quite a few events coming up. This Saturday, August 25th, the DMV Stop the Violence Walk. Folks will be meeting at Minnesota Avenue Metro Station. For those who need the actual address, 4000 Minnesota Avenue Northeast. For more information, call 202-520-1070. The Victory Team, who we featured in our first Oh Man, You Gotta Get On That segment, in partnership with Relentless Management Group and Rally Health, they will be holding their first annual Victory Back to School Drive this Sunday. A lot of stuff going on Sunday, August 26th at 12 p.m. at Union Oyster Bar and Lounge, which isn't officially open, but they're still doing stuff there. 501 Moore Street Northeast. They will be giving away 100 plus free backpacks fully assembled with school supplies for DMV students, free haircuts by celebrity barber Eve Visionaire, and free food provided by the Victory Truck. Definitely want to be there for that. And the Victory Team will also be donating 50 pairs of new and used sneakers. For more information, visit their Instagram page at The Victory Truck. Soul Elite Entertainment, they will be presenting Jay Heat's second annual The Heat is On Community Cookout. Shout out to homie Jay Heat. This Sunday, August 26th, from 2 to 7 p.m. at Fort Foote Park, 8300 Fort Foote Road in Fort Washington. Features live music, activities for kids, back to school raffles, school supply giveaways, music by DJ Big John, and food provided by Tailor Made Eats. For more info, what is info? Can somebody tell me that? That's them 2.5 hours catching up. For more info, text 240-449-7329 or email souleLeent@gmail.com. That's SOULELITEENT@gmail.com. If you want to volunteer, give donations, or if you're interested in sponsorship, it's not too late. And finally, my homegirl, the Wong host of A Seat at the Table podcast, She will be putting on the One, spelled W-O-N, year anniversary soiree. And it's also her birthday soiree. Her birthday next Friday, August 31st. Again, this Sunday, August 26, 2018, from 2 to 6 p.m. And this will be taking place at Smith Public Trust, 3514 12th Street Northeast in the Brooklyn neighborhood. She'll be celebrating 1 year, providing a realm of support and fellowship to the community by inviting all of her previous guests back for the celebration. Come and enjoy musical performances by Miles Lewis and the NOR and the homie Low Views. Good drinks and food courtesy of Smith Public Trust, which is a black-owned business, by the way. Definitely want to always shout out the black-owned businesses. Also, sponsors include That's a Plug Media, Bumari Publishing. There's a few more I can't think off the top of my head. And then, of course, Balancing Act Radio Show. And also, I will be providing the music at that event, so definitely come through, show some love, come have a good time, eat good, enjoy some good music. And the cost is $10 in advance, 21 and older, which will go toward the podcast to better provide a realm of support and fellowship to the community. For more info, please go to Eventbrite and search the One, W-O-N, year anniversary soiree. There may be some slots left open to perform if you want to. Email the Wong host at Savan7, that's S-A-V-A-U-N 7, the word spelled out, at gmail.com. And we're gonna go ahead and get ready to close on this note.
Words of wisdom to get you through the rest of your week. These are the bars for life.
And this particular quote ended up being appropriate more than I realized. I had it written down, but I didn't know who the author of the quote was. Brazilian author Paulo Coelho, I think that's how you pronounce his name, who's most famously known for writing the bestseller The Alchemist, which notably had only sold a handful of copies when it was first published in 1988, but then got re-released 25 years later and went on to sell over 65 million copies worldwide. So he says, the world is changed by your example, not by your opinion. And the reason why I wanted to use that quote today was because we were talking about the Queen of Soul, Aretha Franklin, who I'm sure she didn't dub herself that. I'm sure everybody else dubbed her that. And she lived up to it. It wasn't her opinion, it was everybody else's opinion, but she lived it out by her example, and she carried herself like a queen. And not to say that Aretha Franklin was perfect. I'm sure if Twitter, Instagram, Facebook were around in the 60s, 70s, you never know, you probably see some shenanigans from Aretha. She from Detroit. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I love my Detroit folks, but hey, Detroit get down now. Detroit a little rough around the edges. So it's like, you know, you was gonna get that gangster at some point or another, you know. But she still carried herself like a queen more often than not, versus being a self-proclaimed queen. And y'all already know who I'm talking about when I say that. You have to carry yourself in a certain way. You convince people by the example that you lead, not just because you say it, not just because you put it out there. You can have an opinion all day, but people are more likely to follow you and respect you when you're living it out. So that's the bars for life for this week. Carry that with you throughout the rest of the week. Definitely want to shout out the rest of our shows coming on today. Different Mind Radio Show coming on 6 to 8 p.m. and Grind Season Radio from 8 to 10 p.m. right here on WinDCRadio.com and the WinDC Radio app. And of course, it's all powered by GoWin.media. I'd like to thank everybody. Y'all had the live lit today. Lit. You know what I mean? Just comments, laughter, love, just so much. That's the type of stuff that I just encourage. That's a huge amount of the reason why I do this every single week. Why I fought through 2.5 hours of sleep. I'm so glad that I did this show today. I'm so glad that I came, and I'm glad that everybody participated, supported. Thank you to everybody. Y'all are all a part of Team Bars. Hashtag Team Bars. Hashtag that all day, all night. Love each and every last one of y'all. We'll be back next week. Next week we'll have Go Hard Mike Lee in studio with us. I think at 11:15. So definitely make sure y'all tune in for that. And remember, we are the official Hump Day motivation for the DMV and beyond. We're gonna close out. I've been wanting to play this song for weeks. You've heard her on Ryan Lucas's song "Beautiful Mind." This is Bellevue from her album Volume 3, which is a really good album. Really good album. This is Great ADHD Day. Close this one out. And y'all have a blessed rest of the week. Have a blessed weekend. And we'll see y'all next Wednesday. Love and peace, y'all.
Can't take away my pride. Can't take my pride. Stand firm miles high. The rain or wind, hurricane coming in, yet I won't be blown away. Wait, not today, day. I won't break, I'm so untamed like the ocean waves. Crashing out and in, taking different shapes. You can say what you want while I do what I want. But one thing that you know, I have proven my own flow. Today is a great day. I have decided if you're formed against me, you won't prosper in the slightest. Cause my back's watched by the righteous, exalted one the most highest. Watching me as I write this, watching you, no hiding away. My back's watched by the righteous, exalted one the most highest, exalted one the most highest. Hey, my back's watched by the righteous, exalted one the most highest, Today is a day, Today is a day. Righteous, I'll do one the most highest. Watching me as I write this, watching you, no hiding away. Stare up at the lights, God-given right. Perfectly aligned, stars perfectly aligned. Even in the night, overemphasizing the shine of the stars, the moon. Hydrogen, helium makes up a star. Interstellar medium is never far. When your heart's elated, truly appreciating everything in front of your face in a time to blink of an eye. Decided today is a great day. It's a great day. I decided today is a great day. Today is a great day. I decided no one formed against me shall prosper in the slightest. My back's watched by the righteous. I'll do one the most highest. Watching me as I write this, watching you, no hiding.
Bars.
And that's it.
I did it. Mommy did it?
Yes. I do it.
Oh.
You want to say the bars?
You want to do bars?
Bars.